Why should we hire you when we have applicants with more experience or better credentials?
I think personally, I bring more to the table than just a degree or credentials in general. I think personally, I've coached for 5 years myself, and I've been through the ringer in that. I've led a team to victory to championship. I've been through a lot of defeat, led a team through defeat. I bring a lot of morals to the table. I work really well on a team. Every assistant coach I've had, I've always got along well with them. We've always worked well together. And I think I bring more than just credentials or a degree to this. I think I bring something deeper, something that can help the business in a whole, more than just my position.
So when you say you work better in a team, give me an experience or a time, because I assume you're an athlete. So
Yes.
give me a time whenever you accomplished something well with a team and you were a part of it.
Well, back to my college days playing myself. Being in a team my senior year, that team was definitely the best at UHB in my opinion. And I think that without us gelling together as well as we did and working together as a team, I don't think we would have won any games at all. I think that we brought our on-field relationships and off-field relationships and combined them so well that we just gelled and played so well together and just worked as a team.
So do you think that bringing the off-field relationships with in-field relationships is such an important part?
I agree,
Even
yeah.
and can you make that work here?
I think I can absolutely make that work here, and I think that I can bring every experience that I've had in my past, from not even just sports, just in life experience itself, and bring it to the table here and make this company better.
Okay. How do you think that you can contribute to this company?
Well, like I was saying, I can bring teamwork, I can bring leadership, especially leadership. I think that I have a lot of experience in leadership itself, especially with coaching teams. And having that experience for 5 years, I've dealt with, a lot like, what bosses deal with. They have different employees, they hire people, they fire people, they have to deal with people like that on a yearly basis. And I think I've had teams come through and come out, and I've dealt with all kinds of players like that have been, don't want to be coached and who want to be coached, and you just have to find a different way to touch certain people and build relationships within the company that you're in to build success within that company as a whole.
So you bring up a lot about you coaching.
Mm-hmm.
What age groups did you primarily coach?
I coach 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds, kids that are just about to graduate high school and go into college.
Okay, and so explain some of the pressures you would be facing, as well as the players, for knowing that this is their big shot to get noticed by college scouts.
Yeah, going through that myself, I know that it was a huge process to get myself out there and to put myself out in front of the situation and face it head on to give myself the best opportunity. So I think that, going at something with, even if you don't have as much credentials as other people, I think that if you have the skills that you say you have, and you can demonstrate that you have the skills like leadership, good ethical morals, and provide good teamwork, then I think that you can succeed in whatever you do.
Right. And those kids are under a lot of stress on that you're coaching.
Absolutely.
So what are some ways that you bring a moral uplift, is a term, to the team to make them feel better?
Right. I like to use my personal experiences, facing deficit, and dealing with adversity. I always didn't deal with it in the best ways, and I learned how to deal with it in the right way from all my peers, dealing with, all my peers as I grow older, and, getting used to the game and developing knowledge. I think that me being taught how to react properly to it and how I actually acted to it, using both of them and combining them and realizing which one works best, I feel like I can provide that knowledge to those kids, and they can bring use what they use, and get better at what they do and make it to the next level and play college ball.
Yep. Tell me about a time when you solved a difficult problem.
Well, of course, I'm going to bring up coaching again. We were in a tournament in Franklin, Texas, actually, and it was 3 years ago, and we were facing a team out of Beaumont, and they were Beaumont Bombers, and I was the second year I had this team, and they were young guys. They were trying to get used to me as a coach, and how to play at their best ability. But this team, I had coached against these guys before. I knew their coaching, and I knew that their philosophy did not match mine, and they let their kids do things that I don't let mine do, and that really showed during this game. And I had one player tell me that he had a racial slur said to him, and I didn't hear it when I was coaching on third base. So I didn't say anything about it at first, but I told him to keep listening to it and keep listening for it, and if he heard it again, let me know. And he ended up hearing it again and brought it to my attention. And I had to go talk to the umpires about it, and I told them that they should talk to that coach about it, and that should resolve the problem right then. But it didn't end up resolving the problem. It ended up showing those guys' true colors, and them getting upset with the umpires and me for saying something about it. So I just decided in a whole that I didn't want to keep my players in that environment, and I wanted to, remove them in solidarity and be a better coach and be the bigger man in that situation and represent that organization properly, right, and not have them involved in that situation.
So give an example real quick, if you don't mind, of how you can take that experience that you just mentioned onto a on-site problem here at this company.
Bringing race and racial slurs into the mix, I'll say if I hear anything of that sort or anybody discriminating against any source at all, I will bring that to another attention and get that diminished. That's because I think anything against race or racial slurs that you think are proper in your head are not proper at all. I think it's not necessary at all to diminish anybody's hopes or whatever they are, and I think I could bring that to the table and make this company better.
Okay. And do you think you did the right thing bringing it to the umpires first instead of talking to the coach directly? Do you think that was the right method?
I think that was the right method. I think it would have gotten taken way too far out of hand if I would have went straight to the coach, and I think it would have escalated a lot quicker.
Right.
And going to the umpire and going to somebody who could do something about it instead of just me and that coach trying to handle it ourselves.
Well, okay, Turner, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we'll get back with you soon.
Thank you.